Earlier, we learned about the ways of representation of set. Today, we learn about different types of set. One of different types of set is empty set. Empty set is a set having no element. It is denoted by the symbol phi. We consider a set such that it is the set of all x such that x is not equal to x. Do you know any number which is not equal to itself? Definitely you won't find such a number. Therefore, this set does not have any element. Another example of set of all x such that x square plus 1 is equal to 0 and x belongs to R. Definitely we won't find any real number for which x square plus 1 is 0. Therefore, this set does not have any element. Hence, it is a null set or empty set. We consider another example. It may be the set of all x so that x is a man of height 10 feet. Definitely there exists no human being who is 10 feet long, 10 feet high. Therefore, it is a null set as it does not have any element. We consider another set of all x such that x square minus 2 is equal to 0 and x is a rational number. Definitely, we don't have a rational number whose square is 2. Therefore, this set does not have any element. It is a null set. Another kind of set is singleton set. Singleton set is a set having only one element. For example, we consider the set of all x so that x is a even prime number. It has only one element, 2. Therefore, it is a singleton set. We consider another example. We consider the set of all x so that x square is equal to 1 where x is greater than equal to 0. Definitely, this x square is equal to 1 for x positive, there is only one value 1. Therefore, this set B has only one element. Therefore, it is called as a singleton set. We consider another set C which has only one element A. Therefore, it is also a singleton set. Now, we learn about finite sets. Finite set is the set having finite number of elements. That means its elements can be counted and expressed in numbers. Let's consider some example. Let A be the set of vowels in English alphabet. Definitely, this set A has 5 elements named A, E, I, O and U. Therefore, A is a finite set as it has definite number of elements. We consider the another set B which is the set of days in a week. Definitely, there are 7 days in a week. Therefore, B set has 7 elements. It is finite. Therefore, B is a finite set. We consider this set C which is the set of months in a year. There are 12 months in a year, C has 12 elements. Therefore, C is also a finite set. Infinite set. It is a set having infinite number of elements. We consider some examples. A be the set of natural numbers, Z be the set of integers, Q be the set of rational numbers, A be the set of points on a line. Each and every set in these examples is an infinite set as they have infinite number of elements. Cardinality or cardinal number of a set. The number of elements in a set is called as the cardinal number or cardinality of a set. The cardinality of set A is denoted by mod A or n of A or O of A. Examples are to be considered. Let's consider this set phi. Phi has no elements, therefore its cardinality is 0. Consider the set A. It has the elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here A has 4 elements, therefore cardinality or cardinal number of A is 4. We consider the set B. consisting of elements A, E, I, O and U. Definitely B has 5 elements. Therefore, cardinality or cardinal number of B is 5. Now we'll consider about equivalent set. Two sets having same number of elements are called as equivalent sets. Examples are to be considered. Let A be the set having elements A, B and C. B be the set having elements 1, 2 and 3. Here A has 3 elements, B also has 3 elements. A, B both have 3 elements each. Cardinal number of A is therefore 3. Cardinal number of B is also 3. Therefore, they have same number of elements. Their cardinal numbers are same. Therefore, A and B are called as equivalent sets. Equal sets. Two sets having same elements are called as equal sets. We consider the set A having elements 1 and minus 1. B with the set of all x so that x square minus 1 is equal to 0 and x is an integer. Here A and B both consist of the same elements 1 and minus 1. Hence A and B are equal sets. Thus A is equal to B. Therefore set A is equal to set B. If x belongs to A implies that x belongs to B, and x belongs to B implies that x belongs to A. That is A is. It is to be noted that two equal sets are always equivalent but not the converse. That means two equivalent sets may not be equal sets, but two equal sets are always equivalent. Subset. If every element of set A is also an element of set B, then A is called as a subset of the set B. We write it as A, symbol of subset, B. Read it as A is a subset of B. If x belongs to A implies that x belongs to B, then we say that A is a subset of B. We consider some examples. A be the set consisting of elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. B has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here all the elements of A are contained in set B. Therefore, A is a subset of B. It is to be noted that A is a subset of A because each and every element of A are also contained in A. Therefore, A is a subset of A. Similarly, B is subset of A. That means every set is a subset of itself. Another point to be noted that phi or the empty set is subset of every other set. Another type of set is proper subset. If every element of set A is also an element of set B, but there exists at least one element in B which is not in A, then we say that A is a proper subset of B, and we write it as A proper subset symbol B. We consider an example. Let A be the set consisting of elements A, B and C. B be the set having elements A, B, C and D. Here every element of A is an element of set B also, but the element D belongs to B, whereas it does not belong to A. Therefore, A is said to be a proper subset of B. Superset. If A is a subset of B, then B is said to be a superset of A, and we write it as B superset symbol and A. Read it as B is a superset of A. It is to be noted that if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then we say that A and B are equal sets and write it as A equal to B. Power set. Power set of a given set is the set of all the subsets of a set. Let A be a given set. The power set of A is denoted as P of A. Let A be the set consisting of elements A, B and C. Its subsets are phi, the set with element A, set with element B, set with element C, set with elements A and B, set with elements B and C, the set with elements A and C, and the set with elements A, B and C. Here the power set of A will be the set of the sets phi, set with element A, set with element B, set with element C, set with elements A and B, set with elements B and C, set with elements A and C, set with elements A, B and C. Here we see that A has 3 elements, whereas power set of A has 8 elements, that is equal to 2 to the power 3 or 8. We consider the set phi. Phi has only one subset phi. Therefore, power set of phi is the set having a single element phi. It is to be noted that if cardinal number of A is n, then cardinal number of the power set of A is 2 to the power n. Here phi, cardinal number of phi is 0. Its power set has element 2 to the power 0, that is 1. Now we will discuss about comparable sets. If either A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A, or A and B equal sets, then we say that A and B are comparable sets. We consider the set A with elements A, B, C. B be the set having elements A, B, C and D. Here A is a subset of B. Therefore, A and B are comparable sets. Whereas we consider another example, A having elements 1, 2 and 3, B has the elements 2, 3, 4. A and B are not subsets of one another, therefore they are not comparable sets. Another type of set is universal set. Universal set is a set that contains all the elements under our consideration. It is denoted by the symbol E or U. Examples: we consider the set A with elements A, B, C. Consider the set B with elements C, D and E. Consider the set C with elements A, G and H. Then the set having elements A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J can be considered as a universal set for the present discussion point of view. Here A, B, C are subsets of the last set having elements A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Therefore, the last set having elements A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J can be considered as a universal set. We consider another example. Let A1, A2, A3 etc. be the sets of people of different states of India. B1, B2, B3 etc. be the set of people of different districts of India. D1, D2, D3 etc. are the sets of people of different blocks of India. Then if E be the set of all people of India, then E can be considered as a universal set. It is to be noted that all the sets under our consideration are subsets of the universal set. Another type of sets are intervals. The set of real numbers between two given numbers, the set of real numbers between two given numbers are called as an interval. It is a subset of the set of real numbers. Let A and B be two real numbers. The set of all x's that x belongs to R and A is less than or equal to x and x is less than or equal to b is called a closed interval represented by square bracket a comma b and closing of the square bracket. This closed interval, this is a closed interval. It can be represented as shown in the number line. Here the interval includes the elements a and b also. We consider another set, which is the set of all x belonging to the set of real numbers, and a is less than x and less than b. It is called an open interval and denoted by beginning of circular bracket a comma b and closing of the circular bracket. On a number line, it is represented like this. It is to be noted that this set does not contain the elements a and b, the two boundary values. Therefore, this is an open interval. It is open at both the ends. The interval, which is the set of all x such that x is a real number and a is less than x and x is less than or equal to b, is an open interval which is open at a and closed at b. This set is represented on the number line as shown in this diagram. The interval such that x it is a set of all x such that x belongs to R and x is greater than or equal to a but less than b is closed at a and open at b. It is represented on the number line as shown in this figure.